Malawi's vice president expected to address the media on the president's status, and Madikizela Mandela warns 2012 will be a very difficult year for the country. I'm Lebo Changela with this news update. Malawi's Vice President Joyce Banda is expected to address the media shortly on the status of President Bingu Mutharika. Civil society organizations are reportedly meeting in the Malawian capital Lilongwe as fears mount that the country's government does not want to admit that Mutharika has died. Reports suggest that Mutharika has passed away after he suffered a heart attack. According to the reports, Mutharika was flown to South Africa yesterday. Our correspondent in Lilongwe, George Mahango, says the organizations are calling for a speedy transfer of power to Banda, who's also the Speaker of Parliament.
There is some kind of new development to the sense that government does not want to admit the fact that President Bingu Mutharika is dead. Why? Because they want to change the constitution. The cabinet ministers, who apparently are from the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, and they've been meeting since last night, and at this time they're still locked up in meetings, strategizing on that. That is why these civil society organizations have zeroed in to call for a speedy succession plan by Lavma Munlo and then Vice President Joyce Banda.
ANC stalwart Winnie Madikizela Mandela has warned that 2012 will be a very difficult year for the country. Madikizela Mandela says in her Easter message that a part of the reason for current social ills is a departure from religious values. The ANC veteran is viewed in some quarters as being sympathetic to suspended ANC Youth League President Julius Malema. She testified on his behalf during the ANC disciplinary hearings last year. Without reference to current ANC or national developments, Madikizela Mandela says all is not well in the country.
If the youth of today had been taught what we were taught from the beginning, that we attended Sunday school, which taught us the values of society, I don't think we would have the problems we have. We pray that we are going to improve as we go along. This is going to be a very difficult year. We cannot fool ourselves and pretend that all is well. All is not well.
3 people have been killed in traffic accidents and 41 drivers arrested remotely for speeding in the Free State in the past 24 hours. 2 of the deceased were traveling between Frankfurt and Twelling in the northeastern part of the Free State when the driver of the vehicle they were traveling in lost control and overturned. In the second accident, 1 person was killed on the N1 between Kronstadt and Ventersburg. A lady was traveling alone when her car veered towards the oncoming truck and she died on the scene. Free State Department of Roads and Transport spokesperson Zolile Walaza.
There were approximately 41 drivers that were arrested, mostly for speeding. And amongst those, there was a taxi driver who was accosted doing 170 with a minibus full load and pulling a trailer. And the other one was driving a minibus and was arrested for doing 145 kilometers an hour. There was also a city-to-city bus driver who was arrested for twice overtaking on an anticline. And on the second time, he nearly caused a head-on collision with a sedan. The driver of the sedan had to hit the gravel.
And over 30 motorists, including a lawyer, have been arrested for speeding in Gauteng since the start of the Easter holidays. The 29-year-old attorney was caught driving at 201 kilometers per hour in a 120 kilometer per hour zone on the Mabopane freeway in north of Pretoria. He faces charges of reckless and or negligent driving and an alternative charge of exceeding the speed limit. Gauteng Traffic Police spokesperson Busa Pinqumalo.
All people that are going to exceed the speed limit, they are going to be arrested. The attorney that has been arrested is detained at Acacia police station until Tuesday. We're going to arrest all people that are going to exceed the speed limit in the province.